Lord. Picky picky maua, ua, hibidi na ua, picky picky maua, ua,
I logos music.
picky picky maua, ua, hibidi na ua, picky picky maua, ua, hibidi. One day she would grow to be a known worldwide presenter. Victoria Kimani didn't know that she would kill the show. Run Lagos before Nairobi felt out. Take a look at Lupita Nyong'o. A better life right now is full of pretenders. Spend a little now you know. Spend now me do. So kambali na nimbali ni naenda. Now you can bet your money on me. Baby, I'm the real deal, real deal. And they can never slow me down. I'm a big deal, big deal. Mama told me. She's a real go-getter. Anything you do, she do it better. She doing her thing now. And anything she wants, she will get it. Unapologetic. She doing her thing now. Unstoppable. A phenomenal. She doing her thing now. She a queen now. I wanna meet Buddha, so I can shake her hand, tell her she a queen. She made something of herself. Now I can catch feelings. She account shillings, top billing. Watch she in a private jet. Get down on your knees and praise. And then do your best. They don't know your tears. What you say? Speak now or forever hold your breath. Now you can bet your money on me. Baby, I'm the real deal, real deal. And they can never slow me down. I'm a big deal, big deal. Mama told me, sit down, be humble. Keep it classy like Victoria. She doing her thing now. She's a real go-getter. Anything you do, she do it better. She doing her thing now. And anything she wants, she will get it. Unapologetic. She doing her thing now. Unstoppable. A phenomenal. She doing her thing now. She a queen though. She a queen though. I wanna big up all the queens in the building. All the queens doing their thing. I see you, baby. Get on the floor one time. Now, picky picky maua. Picky picky maua. Picky picky maua. Picky picky maua. Now you can bet your money on me. Baby, I'm the real deal, real deal. And they can never slow me down. I'm a big deal, big deal. Mama told me, sit down, be humble. Keep it classy, give it real. She doing her thing now. She's a real go-getter. Anything you do, she do it better. She doing her thing now. And anything she wants, she will get it. Unapologetic. She doing her thing now. She's a real go-getter. Anything you do, she do it better. She doing her thing now. And anything she wants, she will get it. Unapologetic. She doing her thing now. Unstoppable. A phenomenal. She doing her thing now. She a queen now. She a queen now.
I logos music.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio. That guy ass. Ninapendwa kote Mandala. Classic man swag ajidana. Haters wanna jump, tiny temper. Cause I got the heat, Mandara. Ukiniona hivi, magoti ninapiga na mdomo inakiri. Ya kwamba mi jasiri, ni vyema ukumbuke na subira itabiri. What is your name? How you feeling though? How far you go? That's up to you. Kila kitu chini ya jua, ulipewa we ya kuchagua. This is for those who dream with their eyes open, chasing their dreams, writing their names on the stars. Chasing our dreams, we fly away. We are chasing our dreams, we fly away. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa.
Me and my band go get a champion and stallion with chic technique. Fit, ice cold, kwanini in a teta. No one on a corner had swagger so sweet. Already at the top, you can try but you can hold me. Even if it does get a little bit lonely. My life is so great like that tiger, Tony. Ask about me, you should really get to know me.
What is your name? How you feeling though? How far you go? That's up to you. Kila kitu chini ya jua, ulipewa wewe kuchagua. This is for those who dream with their eyes open, chasing their dreams, writing their names on the stars. Chasing our dreams, we fly away. We are chasing our dreams, we fly away. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa. Dream chaser, iko nini unateta? Dream chaser, haina ngori tunatesa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
King of kings in the place. Come, peleke narada. Pake blessing double tapata. Pengine kujichocha yendo mama yendo bazenga. S-I-M-B-A Simba.
Yeah, man.
Come, peleke narada. Pake blessing double tapata. Pengine kujichocha yendo mama yendo bazenga. Johnny, S-I-M-B-A Simba.
Yo.
Sasa mimi naitwa Neema, amenijaza mingi neema, nikijitazama juu chini, naona love yako tu. Let me put on my dancing shoes. Now niko ready to praise you. Hata mifupa ivunjike ni sawa dawa tu.
Unafanya moyo wangu unanikuta. Come, peleke narada. Pake blessing double tapata. Endo bazenga.
Simba Sound Production. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Caroline Murote, and welcome to Sheversations here on our Power Radio. Good morning. Hey, nimekuwa nikijiongelesha lakini I hope mmesalimika. My name is Caroline Murote, and welcome to Sheversations on our Power Radio. And the day is Wednesday, 30th of April, in the good year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It's Rutos 2025. Atuko sure. It is 13 minutes past 11. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Now, in case you want to holler at your girl, Caroline_Murote on Instagram, Caroline Murote on Facebook and X, and at Cara Murote on TikTok, and at Power Radio, PAWA Radio, across all of those socials. Let me know what you're listening to. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know, come on, me watch Blood Parliament, because way. Hey, I love Parliament of Owls. Yeah. That was before the Butere Girls drama. So that was 3 weeks ago that I watched that play. Nili watched Pale Goethe Institute. And then and tunajua Parliament of Owls was one of the highly mentioned plays. Highly mentioned during Mandamano. Alafu sasa Butere Girls drama. Nasai Blood Parliament. And let me tell you guys, in our country, it's banger after banger. But you know what? Here on Sheversations today, we are ready to talk about what the girlies are doing, how creative we are feeling, and what are we achieving, because Sheversation is the show where we amplify female voices. So if you are a female voice, if you're a man that, has opinions, strong opinions, I invite you to come onto the show and let's exchange ideas. Let's pick each other's brains. If you're a woman that is getting stuff moving in whatever space you're in, you're an astronaut, you are an engineer, wewe ni mama mboga, you're a makanga, you're an Uber driver, you're a saloonist, a beautician, you're a lawyer, you're an artist. I want to have a conversation with you, and that's what Sheversations is all about. And this morning we've had Doing Her Thing Though, and rightfully so, by Fena Gitu. We had Dream Chaser by Fee, because that's what we're about, and Dumko 12 by Blackie Boy, the remix featuring Wapendwa Muziki. And right about now we're by Ashani, and I'm gonna see you briefly as we talk about what's been
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Burden is light now, my yoke is easy now that you are near me. Discovering life, my life is easy, Lord, you give me abounding grace. Wake up, I see your face. Every day, closer and more we stay. You made a way, gave me grace, now it's easy for me. I have a way, it's easy for me. You made a way, gave me grace, now it's easy for me. I have a way, it's easy for me. 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 Ask me how I'm doing, I'll say I'm rich. See, I met the king and he flipped the switch. I got the best things in life. Traded in for money and I give a side eye. I met Faith, she a friend of mine. She give me strength when I don't see with my eye. Hope, yeah, she hold me close when my life flow. And love, keep me loving even when they do the most. You made a way, gave me grace.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
She's on the beat. Okay, yeah, you remind me when the sun shine, better utilize it. By the way, I've been really vibing. Do me spend time for long, trying to visualize it. I can need just fantasizing. Every little thing, every single time your eyes and I meet. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because tango kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you. Tupatane usiku wa manane, unaweza come to banane. Yeah, be my baby, bestie, let's go daisy. We are amazing. Let's start with the basics. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because tangu kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? 'Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Already. Welcome back to Sheversations. The time is 22 minutes past 11, and I'm really glad to be here with you this particular Wednesday. So that was Easy for Me by Shani, and easy for me, Shani. That's how we are feeling. Life is easy. Only if you guys have God. Only if you have God. Otherwise, kila kitu itakuwa ngumu, itakuwa complicated, itakuwa hard. Like very, 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 very hard. But worry not, other than Kenyans trolling Kazmuel. What is the problem with us? What is the issue with us, guys? As in, sasa nyinyi mna pale, the horrors that are going on in our country have been ripped wide open for the whole world to see, and you guys are like, no. Actually, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how you didn't show up, you are not relevant. That's really funny. Well, yeah, but I feel like it really makes him out to be a cloud chaser, because he really was a big part of the Mandamano. Honestly speaking, he was. Atakama later on, people got really tired, but truly for a whole 3 weeks, he was the face of the Mandamano. We need to be honest. We need to be honest with ourselves. Let's move on. What is happening with women all across the globe? Winning stories, interesting stories, weird stories, or funny stories. This is me here on Sheversations bringing you stories that are just giving women platform, amplifying female voices, and just informing us on what's going on around the world. And one of the stories is that the UK Supreme Court ruling on gender definition has brought quite some reactions, and that the UK Supreme Court ruled that legal definition of woman under the Equality Act refers exclusively to individuals assigned a female at birth. This decision has significant implications for access to single-sex spaces and sports. To be honest, guys, I agree with this, and these are the kind of things that people, especially on public platforms, get a lot of flack for. But fully 100%, I do agree that a woman is somebody who was assigned a female at birth. And the interesting thing is that you might have been assigned, but that's actually how you were created. So whether we assign it or not, what actually tells us if you are a woman or not is the body parts that you were born with, because there's a particular way we are created. And that has a lot of implication, especially in the world of sports. And what really irks me is when we have men, biological men, who have transformed themselves into something that looks like a woman, but is not really a woman because it does not qualify by the definition of what a woman is, and that's what the ruling has said. Compete at the same level with women and taking away this the opportunities, especially and the safety aspect, because I'm trying to imagine what it looks like for somebody to know that this is actually not a woman in this changing room with me, as much as live their lives as a woman. Imagine how it feels. You have to strip naked in the changing rooms, and worse off, so many stories of these people having been some of them former molesters. Very, very interesting. And I've seen so many stories, especially from the West, on the socials, and a couple from South Africa, where you have transgender women who are biological bathroom, a man with base and Adam's apple, broad shoulders, a full beard, in a lipstick, eyelashes, and cross dressed as a woman. And she's like, I'm a woman. And oh my goodness, it's been ridiculous. So I'm glad that they have finally put an end to that circus. This is a very strong opinion, but it's the opinion that I hold, that being liberal needs to have boundaries, honestly. And freedom is not being able to do what we want. It is having the opportunity to do the right thing, from living your life according to the freedoms that belong to you. And if your freedoms are encroaching on somebody else's, then that's not really freedom. So again, freedom is not just doing what we want. Freedom does not look like that. Freedom also needs to have boundaries, because if everybody had freedom and we're all different and we all want different things, then our freedom will be very harmful and toxic to other individuals. So we need to look at what it looks like to be free. We need to look into that, because I feel like we're getting away from the point when it comes to all this let's be free, let's be equal conversations. Okay. And then on the 29th of April, which is literally yesterday, we had the termination of the Pentagon's Women Peace and Security Program, where the U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced the end of the Pentagon's Women Peace and Security Program, originally established during President Trump's first term. And Hegseth criticized the initiative as a social justice distraction, despite its bipartisan origins. So something I don't really know the nitty-gritties of what's going on in the Pentagon, because yoni maneno yao. But what I do know is that when you fight ideologies, there's always a ripple effect, and there's always things that fall under that probably shouldn't. And at the end of the day, what I'm excited about is balance, and not being so liberal to the point where nothing makes sense anymore, and everything is offensive, and everything is a crime, and every opinion gets you cancelled on social media. That is crazy. And the freedom of press, the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech that everybody has should not be harmful and toxic to society. All right. So if I'm not able to speak my mind on what I believe, especially about, women matters, and who is biologically female, who's not, what women empowerment needs to look like, what it shouldn't, then it's not really healthy, is it? A healthy society is one that is able to people are able to sit across the table from one another and share differing opinions, regardless of how that opinion makes you feel, and we're able to come to a compromise, we're able to come to a form of agreement. Yeah, that's what a healthy society is, I think. And it's also okay to say that some things are blatantly, it's okay for us to think that your opinion is stupid. It's okay for you to think that my opinion is stupid. So I'm very interested in these social justice distractions that you find some bigoted institutions using as an umbrella phrase and an umbrella attitude towards programs that are actually needed with regards to women empowerment. So what I'm interested in moving forward is the balance. Let's see how far it's going to go with all of this, just going against what is liberal, because Trump is on an agenda, not going to lie. Right now, the people in positions of power politically in the States, yeah, there's a whole overhaul. So I hope that we don't move from the extreme to the other extreme. All right. And now in sports, so we have the Scottish FA banning transgender women from women's football. So everybody is on this bandwagon, which for once might be a good one. The Scottish Football Association (SFA) implemented a policy banning transgender women from participating in women's football leagues, citing fairness and safety concerns. This move aligns with similar regulations in other sports. And also, ITV addresses punditry despite between Ian Wright and Annie Aluko, and this is a public disagreement that arose between football pundits Ian Wright and Annie Aluko after Aluko suggested the right's presence in football punditry might limit opportunities for women. Aluko later apologized, but Wright expressed difficulty accepting the apology, and ITV reaffirmed its support for Wright. Yeah, so just a bit of throwing punches around verbally there. And in the arts and advocacy space, we have Nicholas Cullen criticizing UK court ruling at Canisters Festival, where she's an actress, Nicola Cullen. She condemned the UK Supreme Court ruling on gender definition during her acceptance a speech at the Canisters Festival, that's at Cannes, and she emphasized her support for the transgender community and challenged narratives portraying trans women as threats. So we are seeing quite some pushback there. And Eurovision winner Nemo advocates for transgender rights. So we are seeing a lot of people in the arts and in the advocacy space pushing back. And Nemo, who's the first non-binary winner of Eurovision, publicly opposed the UK Supreme Court's decision, labeling it an attack on trans plus rights. And they encourage UK citizens to contact their MPs in protest. When it comes to sports and when it comes to the definition of what a woman is, I do understand how people feel, but just because you feel that way does not mean that it's correct, doesn't mean that it's right. Not everything needs to be accepted. There are people who feel that they are 6 years old and yet biologically they're 46 years old. So we put you in nappies and put a pacifier in your mouth and then put you around other babies. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I feel like some of these things have just gone too far, and as society, we need to be honest that some things are not making sense. You know what's making me happy about a lot of the story is that a lot of this is the changes coming from the West, and they've realized that it's honestly gone too far. You know, just allowing people to speak their minds has gone too far. And there is, because now we are existing in a Kenya where we are barely is, because I can speak my mind, you know, but in a space where people who really get somewhere with speaking their mind on a very influential and impactful public platforms towards change and towards real influence really gets pushback from the government. And then on the other hand, we have citizens of countries in the West, powerful nations like, Scotland, like the UK, and they're tired of how liberal and the freedoms. So there is a danger of just being able to do anything, and we need to be honest with ourselves. Not everything that you want is okay. All right? Okay. And then we have in the space of empowerment, we have Cheryl Reeve, who received the 2025 Dream Maker Award, and she's the head coach and president of basketball operations for the Minnesota Lynx, which is a big basketball team in the States, and was honored with the Dream Maker Award this year by Anne Bancroft Foundation for her contribution to women's sports and leadership. All right. And we also have Cambodia that launched a 5-year gender equality plan. Cambodia's Ministry of Women's Affairs unveiled a strategic plan aimed at promoting gender equality and empowering women and girls from 2024 to 2028, focusing on areas such as economy, education, health, and public leadership. And we also have protests. Yes, the Hands Off protest in the United States. A mass protest erupted under the Hands Off banner, opposing policies perceived as threats to various rights, including those of women and transgender individuals. The demonstrations were organized by a coalition of over 150 groups. unpopular opinion is that these rulings that are being made and not in the favor of the transgender community are actually in favor of women. But then there's women that have to do with reproductive health rights and a lot of that. And the representation, like what we're seeing in the Pentagon. And that's what women are protesting against. That's what they don't like. And I think these topics need to be handled with a lot of sensitivity. And I think I don't think there is ever going to be full support for whoever is in power. Every single government, regardless of how good it is, will always have criticism. But I think that there's something that has gone on in the past few years, especially in the era of Obama and Biden, that has really changed America to an extreme that did not make sense. So I understand why all of these changes are happening, and I do understand why there's so much uproar. However, I think that some of these changes are necessary, but we're going to get into depth of that in the coming days as we continue to discuss the changes that are happening and how they trickle down and start to affect Africa and African stories. But moving on to what's going on in Kenya and across Africa, we have in the spaces of policy, leadership, and empowerment, we have Kenya hosting Sky Team's Rise Women's Leadership Program, where Sky Team Alliance launched the 2025 Rise RISE Women's Leadership Development Program in Nairobi, hosted by Kenya Airways. And the initiative aims to increase a female representation in aviation leadership, aligning with IATA's 25 by 2025 campaign already. And we also have our country committing to accelerate gender equality. And this happened during International Women's Day celebrations, where our president, His Excellency William Ruto, emphasized the government's commitment to dismantling barriers to women's progress, citing targeted policies and legislation. And First Lady Rachel Ruto highlighted expanded opportunities for women in various sectors. Exciting news, only if it would actually happen. That's all I'm going to say about that. And we have Kenya's women governors uniting for political space. 7 female governors from Kenya's ruling and opposition coalitions launched the G7 strategy, a political and socio-economic pressure group aimed at empowering and inspiring more women to seek leadership positions. We also have a story from Namibia, where Namibia announced free university education starting 2026. Namibia's newly inaugurated president, Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, announced that starting in 2026, a higher education at state-run universities and vocational training centers will be fully subsidized by the government, eliminating tuition and registration fees. Look at that. Look at what the mems are doing. Look at what the missus is doing. We love it. We love it for Namibia and hope to see more of that from women leaders everywhere, because at this point, I'm not sure what we're saying about the men leaders. No hate. I'm just not sure. It's not make sure. It's not make sure. And we have had the launch of gender responsive procurement initiatives in Kenya, where UN Women Kenya, in collaboration with the government of Kenya, launched the gender responsive procurement initiative to accelerate gender equality and women's economic empowerment. And the project aims to ensure that gender responsive procurement is not only a policy, but a practice that delivers measurable impact. I'm excited for that one. That one seems a little bit hopeful. Yes, one of my problems is just being blunt and honest. I should say less of my opinions. I really should. And in the space of sports and culture, we have Tigst Assefa sets a women's only world record at London Marathon. And she's an Ethiopian runner called Tigst. 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 Yes, quite a tongue twister. So Tigst Assefa won the women's elite race at the 2025 London Marathon, setting a new women's only world record with a time of 2 hours, 15 minutes and 50 seconds. And this was a few days ago, the 27th of April. Look at that. Also, we have the inaugural Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations held in Morocco. The first Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations took place in Rabat, Morocco, featuring 9 teams. Did you know this? The tournament also served as African qualifiers for the 2025 FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. And lastly, in the spaces of arts and storytelling, on the 11th of April, we had the premiere of Meet the Kumalos on Netflix. And this is a South African romantic comedy film, Meet the Kumalos, directed by Jayan Mudley, premiering on Netflix. And the film stars Kanyumbao and Ayanda Boroto, and explores themes of rivalry, romance, and neighborhood drama. So that's just a story celebrating excellence in the spaces of film and the drama industry. And that is Meet the Kumalos on Netflix. It is a good watch. So if you're interested, hop on there and watch Meet the Kumalos. I've watched it. Quite a nice and funny film, honestly. And Kanyumbao, after revealing her new face, which shocked all of us, is doing well. She's doing well, I would have to say. Can't hate. Yeah, so those are the stories that we have happening in women's spaces in Africa, in Kenya, and around the world. And if you have one that you'd like me to talk about locally, internationally, ama just in your life na venye uliachwa, ama your neighbors, ama your auntie, let me know. Caroline Murote on all the socials. And right now, we're going to jump into Further From Me by Caleb Awiti and Fagus. All right, this is for you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Nitajaribu kile mindaweza, ndio nikuone ukitabasamu. Niko na wivu kwa wale wenye pesa, maisha yao lazima iwe tamu. Na akisisi tunanyeshewa na inanisumbua, sipendi kuona ukitembea kwa baridi na mvua. Ndo maana ndajaribu kile mindaweza, hizi mashida situzisahau. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziezi tuzika, hazitatushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Kujitambua ndio ilifanya nikakuchagua, na nikoshua shida zikija ndazitatua mama. Woyo ukitaka maziwa ama halua ndazinunua, na kuletea kasi na fea nitatembea mama. No. Kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Nasema tena, kila kitu hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziezi tuzika, haziezi tushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Na sibagui, no, nitakupenda yanakuwa mazuri. Ndajaribu kile mi ndaweza, ndio nikuone ukitaba samu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
It's getting way too late, but I'm struggling to let go. I know it's getting way too late, but baby, please don't you go. Yeah, you know that OG feeling when I feel I'm alone again. I've been here before, so I'm really not scared this time. Baby, no, I'm really tryna say what's on my mind. 2 years down the line, then I see your face and all I think is rewind. Oh, baby, what is this you're doing to me? Oh, baby, I could do it all, baby. Girl, I think that I could do it again. And now I could do it again. Girl, pray for me. I'm about to give it up for you. Don't you tell me that it's over. I need you closer, much closer this time. And don't you tell me that it's over. I need you closer, much closer this time. When I'm thinking about this woman for the very last time, 'cause she swore that she's done with me. Oh, baby, girl, I think that I could do it again. And now I can do it again. Girl, pray for me. I'm about to give it up for you. Right, listen, I'm tripping but another mistake. I'm tripping but another mistake. Like, whoa, I really made a song about her, oh. I lost my girl 'cause I did that shit again. Out here chilling out with all these hoes. I'm tripping but another mistake. I'm tripping by my shawty code.
Mimi naangaliaga TV.
Unaona habari, unaona hao wamepicheza.
Roundi, utajua haujui, hatuweki mafala. Pesa nitakula na sitaleta kurahi. Wakifunga nyumba ulikuwa runda we. Hatuweki mafala. Haujali bao mi, nasikia una benki Maldives. Kije nyumba kina cheki palm trees. Ikinuka utaruka kambi. Sina karo, sina food, sina kodi. Anina BBI, tuna COVID. Miss me na stories za BBI. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani. Wananchi wanawika haki, ukutana zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Mafala. So pesa nitakula, sitaleta kura. Nikishindo na rent, ulikuwa Karen, yeah. Hatuweki mafala. Hawajali about you, nasikia wana mali offshores. Mandege na mameli lonos, wakidedi watasare odos. Magazeti walihonga of course, kwenye tali nikiteri ma. Someone tell me where we headed now. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani. Wananchi wanawika haki, kutenda zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Mafala. utajua haujui.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
And the time is 10 minutes to 12:30 the day. My favorite time of the day, 12 noon. Now that was Mazuri My Baya by Yuaya Tajiri. We have a further guys, can you just give artists better things to write about? Flyer saying Kabila and your policy, and unfortunately in Kenya it seems to be the case. We are trying to change. You decide, you be the judge of that. All the socials and at Power Radio everywhere. Let us have that conversation. And speaking of conversations, we are here to have a particularly heartwarming one Today, I don't think anyone is dying, maybe like on the inside because it's good, right? And as you can see, I'm not by myself. I am joined by a phenomenal, she's not Simgeni to Sheversations. This is her first time, but Simgeni Ukupa Radio Power 254. But she's gonna introduce herself. So if you guys are her fans, just comment. If you don't, also let me know. So hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I hope we don't find haters. Do you have haters?
Mimi sijui.
Ujui?
I don't know.
So basi hauna haters. People with haters know, because you know how they know they have haters? Because somebody has said, like, oh my God, yes, for sure I have haters.
Okay.
So kosawa.
Yes, niko poa.
Yeah. Yes, so for the people that know you and for the people that are your future fans, Abu, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is A.amari. So some people used to know me as Jant.
Wait.
It's about time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about time.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
All right. So A.amari, what does she do in life? Like, are you just like, you just gaze at the sky? You watch grass grow? Like, what are you doing? Are you like a soldier? What, like?
I would really love to watch the grass grow.
Right? That would be like, but taxes.
That's a very nice hobby, or watching the leaves fall far from the tree. That would be so nice.
Yeah.
But I am a writer.
Okay.
A poet, an author, an adventurer, a storyteller.
No, I feel like that deserves a very awkward round of applause, because this applause of ours, it needs to be I'm fighting with this, my applause. But you know, I feel like we don't have enough of those voices in our country, and they are often relegated to like events. It's you and your friends that know. Is it just, am I being biased when I feel like the art space in Kenya is very niche, which is weird? Like, if you're not Sauti Sol and you're not Nikita Kering, it's niche. It's like it's you and your three friends and their friends who are going to show up. Is that how it is for you so far? When you umeona vitu?
So far, okay, do I move this? Yes. In many cases, it's niche. Of course, like if you don't have that very big platform like Kina Sauti Sol, it's kind of niche, especially for things like poetry, because people think poetry ni ile kukariri mashairi, you know, ile in front of you,
mabibi na mabwana. Cringe. We need to stop that. Am I hating? It needs to end. Why are you those kids?
Weren't we all?
Was never. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up in Kenya. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. So I can proudly say that. So I'm just normally judging. I'm like, Nadu, stop it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But for like most schools, school your music festivals, in front of you is class 6, ready to present.
Say the one you did. Stop acting like.
Do I remember? That was many years ago. I can't even say to reveal my age.
Tuseme tu ibaki uko. Let it. Are you glad you did that? Because I feel like no matter how cringe some of these things are, the things that help form the beautiful memories and also who we are now from our childhood. But like, yeah, it was embarrassing, but I'm glad I did that. So are you glad you were those kids who were in front of you?
Yes and no.
She's not proud, guys. But she's not proud.
Yes and no, because actually funny thing is, when I was in primary school, I didn't like poetry.
You didn't?
I didn't because we were forced.
Okay, that's why.
We were forced to do it.
It looks forced, by the way. It looks like the teachers write lines for you.
Mnakwanga mmeandikiwa poems za kusema, so when you go for music festivals and whatnot, like it's those written ones. But in high school, things changed.
Right.
Because okay, there were the choral verses. Okay, they weren't as cringe as the one in primary school. Though for me, I used to do the German choral verse.
What's a German choral verse, please?
So it's like poetry, but in German.
No. Why?
Yes.
No.
See, it was there. Why
so
not?
in the German language.
Yes.
What for who? Who are you presenting it to?
Music festival.
No, but
the whole category.
So okay, kulikuwa na subtitles pale mbele and translations.
See, now the judges were now German teachers, you know.
So you're Ukoloni, guys. It's not just the British who are fighting.
The Germans too.
so as a child, because there's this thing about being a child where you're just proud of achieving. You don't really get down into the politics of it. So now that you're an adult and you're as Kenyan as you are, CG percentages, me, today I want to be less Kenyan because blood parliament, I'm like, yeah, we're just talking with my colleague and when you're a country, guys. Like, my lina is naenda for just a spare country. Like, but you see, Mali umefika as a Kenyan, the percentage of Kenyan that you want to claim and how much you want to claim this country for yourself in this moment. So now how do you feel that in high school you were doing German choral verses?
Personally, I liked it because I like languages.
Okay, makes sense.
Plus, to get out of school, Monday Fancy. Like, that was the goal.
And what about now as an adult? Goal. Like, looking back, like in retrospect, you're like, maybe what if you had said those pieces in your language? I'm here, selling an agenda. Like, what? Because I hate the fact that everything that we did was not always for us. Sijui. You get that? So how do you feel about that? Or do you even have feelings up? It's okay if you don't. Just tell the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Personally, I had not even thought of that. So I had trauma. So I think for music festivals, there used to be categories for traditional songs, traditional dances.
Okay.
So for that, I'm not a dancer.
Right.
So I can't do that.
Right.
But then, ukiangalia the education system, it kind of stifles your creativity as well.
Kinda is such a kind word.
Oh, it does. It really does, because you're just given this piece and then you have to memorize it and recite it. So it's not something that you do.
Yeah.
Even those choral verses and solo verses, they're always in English or German or Kiswahili, but you are just given to do it. So actually, was there any free verse ya mtu kuandika? I don't remember. It was always just do this, follow this, follow this, follow this, which is just stifling creativity.
So then where is the talent? The talent is in cramming well enough and replicating what they expect you to do. It was never coming from you. So they didn't really care what you think and what you feel.
Who cares what you think?
That is really sad.
Because the system is designed to produce workers, not to produce thinkers and innovators. They just want, worker ants or worker bees to just go produce. And then what? Because I saw someone saying how it's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
So you go to school, you're trained to work. And then because you're always working, then get sick, and then because you're getting sick, you have to put money back into big pharma. So your work is just produce and make the rich people richer.
You exist for the system.
You exist for the system.
Yeah. Wow.
To make the rich richer.
I don't know where to start giving hugs. Like, Kenya should just line up, and then those of us that didn't grow up in the system to hug everybody, because I was writing free verses and presenting them like in front of schools and at 8 years, including so what I imagine would be the equivalent to nationals. We did have nationals of sorts, but they were never called nationals. Like, it was schools. So kama oye nitachoma, but guys, I'm still Kenyan. I'm still here with the streets. But group of schools za Nairobi sasa, they do whatever. Group of schools like Kisumu. So now you go from regionals to to what were the small ones called? There was one before regionals. Yeah, so you do qualifiers and then you go to regionals and then nationals, but the nationals were never called nationals. And it was, so me, what I used to do there was debating. I used to do speech making, which is where you make a speech.
Wow.
Like the Martin Luther King I mean, I know the man that was a real life thing. He wasn't making a presentation for a competition. But yeah, you make a speech and, you tell people whatever matters. So whether you're there for the climate change, whether you want to talk about women, whether you want to talk about young people are leaders, you make a speech, you write it down, your teachers will check, but it's you. It's you that's right. So they'll tell you, oh, maybe don't talk about this too much. Maybe add this. And then you're the one to go and edit it based on what you think. So poetry, debate. So cool. Yeah. There was nobody ever telling me what to do. So yeah. And then now I have to be more Kenyan, which means I have to think less for myself. So it's so strange. It's so strange. It's so strange to me just seeing how different systems and what they breed. But you know what I'm happy about? Here we are. Both of us just talking. You talking on stage, me talking on this mic. At the end of the day, the systems didn't break us, and that's what I love about art and creativity, is that if somebody has that in them, it's bound to break free. It's bound to break out.
Yeah, definitely. You can't suppress the art in an artist.
Yeah. And then we had Butere Girls. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah. And I'm like, I know they didn't write that play, but now that is what they wrote and is what they were saying afterwards and the decisions they made. And that's how I know that even when you script art for children, they still have minds of their own.
Yeah, I think children are way, way smarter than we give them credit for.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, like, even how the system is designed, because Zamani, how do I put it? Right now, the current system is children belong to us, but children belong with us.
I love that.
They don't belong to us. They don't belong to anybody. And I'm not a parent, but so I'm not a parent, but as a parent, you should be there to just provide a safe environment,
right,
for your child to grow up and blossom into the soul that they came here to be. Not inflicting of, this is how we do things, this is how you must do things. Because even when you look at so many of the vices that we have in the world, these things are taught.
Okay.
Because as a kid, first of all, like, one thing which I really hate is shame. As a child, you're born into this world with no shame, no fear. Kids only have the fear of loud noises and being dropped. Hizi zingine zote,
you read articles, right? You fell into a rabbit hole because that was the loud noises and being dropped, that was too particular.
But it's true.
This is not general knowledge. I didn't know that. And you're saying it like, how comes you guys don't know? Me, I didn't know. Where did you learn that?
I can't tell you where specifically.
Guys, she's calling us ignorant. Ni sawa tumekubali.
Oh my God.
It's fine. Go on. So kids learn these vices.
Yeah, kids learn these vices, especially shame and how to be quiet. And even the culture thing, because there was someone who was saying they'd lived in the US.
Okay.
So they observed how Kenyans act versus how US adults act.
Right.
Because here adults are more like, they don't want to talk, but you've seen Americans.
Yeah.
They're always,
Where.
They have to speak, they have to be heard.
Yeah, true.
Sisi tuko hapa with this notion of children are to be seen and not heard.
And not heard.
So from a young age, you're taught how to suppress your voice, not say what is on your mind. You have to be obedient. It's very messed up.
I have a banger for you guys, even if I do say so myself. Are you really introverts, or were you taught to be silent?
Ooh.
Right? Unpacking. Because actually, a lot of people that I interact with, and I know that being introverted does not mean that somebody is not lively or they're not bubbly. It just means that they express it not as loudly as... But then you realize that when you give a lot of people, the people that I've interacted with, a lot of people, you give them platform, you push them, you give them confidence, and I'm like, hiya, kumbe ukwangi introvert. You've just never been given permission to be yourself, to shout, to scream with no shame.
There's that, and then there's another angle as well for how the brains are wired.
Okay.
So you find that an introvert's brain is very sensitive.
Yeah.
To dopamine in a point where you're just like,
you're killing me.
Yeah, depart from me.
Okay.
But then now with extrovert, for them their brain is like
More.
give me more. So for them, okay, I'm an introvert myself.
Yeah.
And introversion doesn't always equate to silence or shyness, because people always equate introversion to shyness.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah.
no,
It's
not
like
the same
because
thing.
you're shy does not mean you're introverted.
Just because you're introvert doesn't mean you're shy.
Yeah. Like all shy people are not necessarily introverts.
Yes.
And vice versa is also true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that
but
is true.
they assume, oh, you're quiet, you must be an introvert. No, maybe there's a problem somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know introverts. I grew up again in the system that did not silence us. Ukoko down, South Uko, Botswana. Genuinely, in class we're like, ma'am, no, it doesn't make sense. Like truly, I grew up speaking my mind, and everybody around me, even the kids that didn't know what they were saying, they always take our time and we're like, no, Mulefe, shut up. It's enough. Like that's like, you see how South African ninis are. Like if you've ever watched a classroom setup, guys, those things are not fiction. I'm sorry to tell you. Like if you can't relate, it's true. So when I came here, I'm like, okay, guys, being an introvert is not a life sentence. It doesn't mean you live a glam life, because I grew up with introverts, and this is not necessarily what introverts look like. But are we ready to face the fact that, there's something that happened to a lot of people with their sense of expression in society, and introvert is an easy cover for it, instead of dealing with the reality that there's more to me. There's more to me than just all these masks that I wear. And like introvert is a big...
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, I extroverts, it's easy to tell them to shut up. Doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, where we've been told shut up since we were born. Yeah, but I like telling introverts, this ones, not you guys, this ones, I'm always like, what do you have to say? No, you shut up, put your hand, I want to hear you talk.
Yeah, and that's very important. I love that,
Yeah.
because like sometimes people just want to be heard. You just need to be given that space, that freedom, and that feeling of safety.
Yes.
To know it's okay in this moment to say what is really on my mind.
Yeah.
My opinion is valued.
Yeah.
And it matters. So that's really cool.
Wow. And so we are at nationals. You're doing the German choral pieces versus... Okay, so how do we transition from that to writing and spoken word? Because, that wasn't you. So at that point, were you writing? Were you writing your own, Dear Diary? I hate... Me, I don't know. As a teenager, I hated everything and everyone. Like, woo, it was dark.
Please, you're not alone.
Tulikuwa wengi.
Tulikuwa wengi kabisa. I started writing, not poetry, but writing itself, like
whatever was on your mind.
Yeah, primary school, I used to write stories.
Okay.
I loved writing stories. Of course, my compositions, because napiniwa kwa notice.
High five.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. If you guys were not winning in school, I didn't even, that's where they relate. Don't come on here. Utasikia vibaya. I can relate. That's
Yeah, so I've been a writer from Kitambo.
Yeah.
How I started writing poetry in high school during prep.
Okay, prep really truly did a lot. Either you're dying or you're winning in life.
Wacha nikwambie why I started writing. I used to notice.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa nashikwa na kausingizi kengine between 7 and 7:30. I don't know why.
That is universal.
But it was always there. For those, I'm trying to stay
awake.
Like ndio prep inaanza nimeingia hivi.
This is jioni?
Yes, prep ya jioni.
Okay.
Usiku.
This is relate as day school the whole way. Alafu prep yetu ni 1 hour. So I'm like, so even 1.5 hours from 2:30 to what's the 3 to 4. Yeah, and then we go home.
God's favorite children.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. Hugs. You guys line up to patani hapa nje part 254. We just hug everyone.
Everyone who went to boarding school, public
boarding school
in
Kenya.
School in Kenya.
Yeah.
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah. So mko hapo 7. But that's, let me tell you, anything called prep. Tulikuwa tunalala pia sisi. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's universal. Doesn't matter what time.
Yeah.
It's just stop torturing children. Stop making them do prep.
Gosh.
Soko kausingizi, now you're fighting for your life.
I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I tried, you'd be there trying to read the Bible.
Everything.
Kwanza there was this story, this set book we did. Ilikuwa inaitwaje? Kumbuki the name of that. Damu nyeusi. Yeah.
Okay.
I did that set book.
Okay.
There was one particular story. That story, I always fell asleep while reading.
So it was an anthology of different stories?
Yes, it was an anthology.
Okay.
Gosh, what was the name of it? I just remember.
What was happening in the story?
What was happening?
Yeah, I think it's the contents that matter.
It was a story about, like, there was a ruler and his wife.
Okay.
So he used to wear a nini. There's a lot of metaphors in that book.
Yeah.
Like a kathingi, what was it called?
A kangua
like,
kaskat.
Yeah, akangua hivi. But then now, kwa sababu ya greed, akakula, ikanona, ikapasuka. Then now there was chaos happening in the community.
Okay, and he's getting fatter.
Does
it sound familiar about the rulers getting fatter and there's chaos in the community?
Guy.
Yeah.
And then there were clouds, but it never rained.
Ooh.
What was the name of that story? I really don't remember.
It's the clouds. You know when it's rainy, we feel sleepy? I'm trying to diagnose the sleep. That's where it was coming from.
Okay. Well, I wasn't reading this set book every day, but maybe. So, nikaona, siniandike tu.
Yeah.
So nikaanza kuandika. So every prep, okay, not every prep, but many preps, I'd just be like, instead of fighting sleep, and there were teachers who would pass by,
parole.
so you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, looking for you.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Badala ya nikae hapa nikistruggle,
yes.
acha tu niandike.
Right.
So then that's when I started writing poetry.
Okay. Yeah. And from there, that was a done deal. So was there ever a space for you to perform before you finished high school?
Yes, we used to have inter-house music.
Mm-hmm.
Though I did it as a rap. I used to rap.
I hear you, because rap is poetry in motion.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes.
Okay, I give you a beat. Because I'm Brady.
No, please. I haven't rapped in years.
Yeah. Is it because it was cringe or because you really don't remember? I used to rap as well in high school.
You used to?
Embarrassing. Yeah, no, it was really like hip, but like right now you're just like, imagine we're all better off not knowing. We are fine.
It's cringe, but
we forgive ourselves.
But maybe I'm Nikiguzwa.
Ukiguzwa. We're gonna look for a beat. And we'll throw you
not today.
Tukurusha pale Gift of Gab. Pale na DJ CJ and Moz. And then it's show yetu ya hip hop. Yeah, just...
not today.
Not today. No. Don't worry. See, unaishi in Nairobi. And you keep coming back here. So, yeah. Okay, so now we've gotten past high school. Sasa, and then now what happens? So now you become just Wairimo. Are you just Wairimo? Ama you are just Wairimo. Wairimo too.
Oh my goodness. Ngoja mimi sijaelewa swali yako.
So, who are you performing as? So, your stage name before was just Wairimo.
Yes.
Were you just Wairimo or were you literally Wairimo too? Just Wairimo. Like you get.
Okay, I see. So it was just Wairimo.
Okay.
I put it that way because people wanted to call me other things.
Ooh.
They wanted to call me by that English name I have.
We shall not say it.
We shall not say it.
I don't know it and we won't say it. We're like, down with the colonizers down.
Yes.
Okay.
So they wanted to call me the English name or Wairish or Nimo.
Wow.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's just Wairimo.
There's a song.
Don't call me anything else.
Except for that.
Yes. So it's just Wairimo. And
wow.
Then it ended up being my stage name.
Kunai Wimbo. That's not my name. They call me her. They call me Stacy. Do you know that song?
Yes.
You should go look for it. I feel like you're going to feel very affirmed. It's very funny. I cannot remember the artist for the life of me.
Lord.
But it's an old school jam and it's always popping up in every other movie. But yeah, okay. So now you're after, so now you become a performer.
Yes.
And you start going for events. So from high school, unasikia tu kuna event ama, how do you get to like stages outside of school? Because school, it's like, when there's a performance, you sign up. It's easy. But post high school, what did performing look like for you?
So after high school, actually, I went for a very long period without writing.
Okay. There was no trauma because, as artists, dark things. Were you happy? Maybe you were just happy.
No, I think it was just a bad writer's block.
Okay. For 4 years.
Yeah, for a few years.
Oh, wow.
So I wasn't really writing much. I don't know. There's that period too. Things are just a blur. I don't know what was happening in that period.
Yeah.
So I wasn't writing much.
Okay.
Then how did I come to perform again? By the way, let me tell you. Saa zingine we have people in your life who are watu tu wametumwa.
Yeah. I call them destiny helpers.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just there for you. They open the door and you must enter.
Yeah. Which is funny because I remember I was in campus. I was waiting for my friend in like there's a shopping center in campus.
Okay.
So me, I'm just sitting.
Mlikuwa na shopping center campus, guys.
KU.
Oh, okay. Ndani mko na shopping center.
Si shopping center kubwa.
Okay. It's fine. I went to school in the Bundus. It's okay. Desta shopping center iko nje na ni vibanda. But ile ya the Bundus, ile ya the river.
The river.
Yeah, hiyo inakuanga. We're in the village. It's us and the goats and the cows. And the locals. Mama mboga na wasi wanduthi.
Okay.
No one else. So ikisikia shopping center, I'm like, where is that?
It was like a very tiny place. But anyway, so I was seated there waiting for my friend. And then this guy just comes up to me. Alikuwa mtu wa fresh.
Okay.
Fresh chewing gum.
Okay.
And
mtu wa fresh.
No, they were having like a promo.
Okay. So this promoters.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So
Gotcha.
They were having a talent show the following day. So anakuja, just came and approached me. Akaniambia, wewe, you look like you can sing. We're having a talent show.
Alikujudge tu.
Aliniangalia tu, akakuja akaniambia, you look like you can sing.
Ulikuwa na dread?
No.
Ay, sawa.
I had short hair kwanza.
He's so in the spirit.
Akaniambia, you look like you can sing.
Okay.
We're having a talent show tomorrow. Kuja. So me kaenda, my friend came, we talked, and then I was like, but then I was like, you know what?
I can.
Hakuna mtu ananijua.
Yeah.
So I
Sina
wrote
reputation.
So I wrote a poem for the first time in a very long time.
Wow.
And nikai memorize, and then the following day, nikaenda.
In one night, you learned a piece in one night. I know, guys. Those are proper artists. I like that.
So I wrote it, nikaenda, nikajiandikisha. But then, unajua kuzi nimeandika the previous night, sijaishika vizuri kabisa.
Okay.
So then, I'm there practicing, but then I'm like, apana. So nikaenda, nikajitoa. But then, I was like, nililala 3 a.m.
Cannot be for nothing.
It can't be fake. Nirudisha. The poetry.
Oh my goodness, right. The guy was right. This stranger from no guy, you did a thing, fresh guy. If you're watching,
scientist.
Yeah.
Kujui jina, but
sai ni mwaka gani?
This was This is 27.
Even ndio unajuanga wazee, guys. When you ask them which year was it and they start counting, that's how you know people should just be, they're old. Okay, 27 now. It's been 6 million years, 8 years. So 8 years, what has your poetry journey looked like?
There were times it was on and off. But I think the consistency really, really came in.
Yeah.
When I started doing slam.
Yes. So what is slam, please? Because this is the rumors I hear out here about what slam is. It's just, I wouldn't even say them. It's embarrassing. I am a poet. I once was a spoken word human. Just lazy now. Just lazy. There's no deep story. I'm just lazy. Yeah. And people don't understand what slam is. They actually don't even know what spoken word is. So let's just start from slam and then go back. I'm a spoken word and then go back. Okay. Go into slam, whichever order works for you.
Well, for spoken word and poetry. Okay, poetry. I don't like to call myself a spoken word artist.
Okay.
I call myself more of a poet. But spoken word is like
a part
spoken
of it.
Poetry.
Right.
Poetry can be written, can be spoken.
It can be read.
It can be read as well.
Yes.
So that's poetry. Spoken word is more spoken. You can speak with music, without music, and infuse so many things.
Right.
Slam is a competition. So mko hapa, and like it's just you and your voice.
Yeah.
And you have to resonate with the audience.
Yeah.
Yani
Mnapigana hapo. It's you and your truth versus the other people. It's like, let my truth be so loud and so sharp that it makes the other people look like they're joking.
Yep. Something like that.
It's like slam.
Yeah,
like
you have to slam, you bring the oomph.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's what slam is. Like, you really bring the oomph. It's just you and the mic. Some people like to use punchlines. I don't.
You're like anti-violence.
Not really anti-violence, but it's not really my style.
I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also you have to find your own unique style, because you can't just do poetry like
other people. That's true.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah. Kama iya ndizi na mbithi, and I'm just like, it's fine, guys, but if everybody's doing that, it stops being unique. And I feel like that's really wait, they're gonna come for me. I feel like that's where you reach ukiwa. If you want to get the crowd going, excuse me, at a casual event, like you want interaction. But I feel like if you're going to be working on a piece and other people are working on pieces, that you need to go above that.
Yeah, you really need to bring your A game, because you're competing against like, you have to send in your pieces, then zichambuliwe, then you do the audition.
Yeah.
Then you go to the first preliminary.
Yes.
And then there are 3 preliminaries.
Yes. So this is for what's the slam competition here in Nairobi called?
Poetry slam.
Poetry slam.
Yeah, like you just check out the page. Poetry slam.
Okay.
So like you send in your pieces, you do the audition. Then from the audition they pick like 9 or 10 of you to do the first preliminary.
Yeah.
And then they take the top 3 from each preliminary to go into
the fight.
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So the Grand Slam is what was there in January. So I was there. Came in number 3.
Okay, look at her being modest. Number 3. I'm like, out of all the poets in Nairobi who are there writing their heart out, and she's just like, I was number 3. No, that's a big deal. So you've done 2 slams, right?
I've done many.
You've done many. So, and then the ones, so you are those people, the ones who you're making feel bad, you used to be them. So what does it look like from participating as a slam and then winning at a slam in those top 3 positions?
The first time I did slam at a sikupita preliminary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niliacha tu hapo preliminary, sikufika grand slam.
And you hugged yourself.
Slam is tough.
It is.
It is so tough. The anxiety unakwanga nayo, hata saa zingine mimi ukaa chini najiuliza, mbona nimefanya hii kazi yote?
Yeah.
It is a point of growth, because each slam you're given like pointers. Where can you improve? Blah, blah, blah. So for me, it's been a journey of growth.
Okay.
And also having your experience. I really liked that. Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful. And now that you've gotten to a point where you've received validation, because there's a lot of artists and creators who say they're just doing it for the sake of it. But imagine, please, recognition is nice, especially when the people in that space are being recognized, especially when you're performing and participating in spaces. And because recognition is not always
in Kenya, I'm yet to perform on bigger world stages.
Right.
The slam is not the end, it's just the beginning.
Where do you want to go? Like, which stage? Because I know, I want to perform there.
Please, so I can say Mama,
really?
I've made it. Yeah, because everywhere for me is a stepping stone, because the journey ends when I die.
Okay, that is deep. I really like not just poets or spoken word artists, because we've established that there's a difference. You know, like a poet is all of them. They are all poets. But spoken word is poetry. I'm everything. And calligraph was like my own inspiration. You that you're like, if this person's work, maybe you don't want to be like them, but you feel like you really like how they go about, their art.
Oh yes.
Who's that, or who are those?
Maya Angelou, like, who hasn't?
Maya Angelou. I like Phenomenal Woman. I have shared it here on Sheversations. People are tired of me. I'm always like, phenomenal. Yeah, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, so we have Maya Angelou, we have Andrea Gibson.
Okay.
I love
Tutafute moja wa Kenya. Local
artist.
Yeah.
Mwenye napenda kazi yake sana.
Yeah.
Kuna kadhaa.
Okay.
Mwenye napenda kazi yake.
Drop a couple, make some people happy.
Okay, I really like Mufasa's work.
Mufasa, you've been every time I'm like, why can't you just talk like normal people? Like, why am I getting emotional? Okay.
Yes, there's also Stella Kivuti.
Okay.
Goofy.
Okay. Yes, a very goofy guy. Goofy. Stop it. Dead. His dad jokes are terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, but his poetry.
And he does his thing on stage. Kwanza during the show, alikuwa na juzi.
Yes, a few weeks ago.
It was like a remembrance of June 25th.
Right.
Yeah, so that's also someone whose work I really like. Oh, and there's another international one. How could I have forgotten him? Philip Meyersman.
Do I know that guy? Phil? Does he go by Phil, the short name?
No.
Phil, okay.
Yeah, he's also part of organizers of World Poetry Slam. So,
okay.
Like, I read his book.
Okay.
I have it in my house, but I forgot the name. Mimi and forgetting names of books. I don't know why. I read books and then I forget.
I hear you.
I forget names.
No, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Because they can't tell us we're not smart. So whatever it is, it's irrelevant. We know what we know.
Yeah, we know what I know. I have that book in my house.
Yeah, I've read it. Believe me. Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. So wild stages. Where are we going next? Where are we going next? If it was up to you.
If it was up to me, meaning World Poetry Slam.
Wild. You see, I knew that there was a stage. I knew. That was what I was looking for. And we finally got it. I knew that there was somewhere you want to go. And so you speak about women having a voice. You having your own voice. What does that mean to you?
Having my own voice.
Yes.
Is being able to speak.
Okay.
Say what's on my mind. It's also embodying myself.
Okay.
Every part of me, accepting it radically and unapologetically. Because, out of the
abundance of
the heart,
the mouth speaks.
The mouth speaks. So if you have an abundance of confidence, of, goodness in your heart, then that way your voice will speak things that can create change in your life and in the life of people in society.
And what kind of changes do you want to see?
Oh, where do I start?
Kasongo.
Kuna hiyo.
We put that aside.
Tuweke hiyo kando kwanza. But for me, something that is really close to my heart is us as an African people reclaiming our voice.
Okay.
And taking back our story. Because for so long, the history of Africa, mnaambiwa tu slavery na colonialism.
Yeah.
But nobody talks about the before.
Yeah, who are we? Who were we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So even stupid things like misogyny and patriarchy, saying women can't lead, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But then when you look back at history, like for example, if you look at the kingdom of Kush, there were the Kandakes.
Yes.
So the Kandakes were rulers.
Yeah.
They were female rulers. Africa was matriarchal, you know. So hii patriarchy yote ilikuja na Waarabu na Wazungu.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And especially putting women back where we're supposed to be. Because right now women have been so suppressed to think that we are lesser than, such that we don't know the power that we have as women. And as women, we are the ones who, like, we're in charge of society. Because even looking at the family unit, it's the mother who runs the household.
Yeah.
If the mother disappears, everything collapse.
In most families, that's the truth.
Yes.
That's it. Like, you're like, I literally have a friend who says that he cannot leave. So the sister gave birth when she was 16 or 19. Okay, she was a baby to them. She was 16. Yeah, so now she hustles for the baby, and sometimes she's not at home. So this is the bigger brother. So there's a mom, the dad, and then the two kids and their baby. So imagine he's like, we atuwezi achia baba, like our dad, the baby. And I'm like, why is that a thing? So every time I'm like, hey, can we meet up? He's like, I am taking care of the baby because it's either me or mom. And I'm like, but you're a man. Yes. So why is he exempt? Why is it that like wamekubali hatuwezi mwachia? Hata he uses words like unajua hatuwezi mwachia mtoto. It's not even possible. Which means this child cannot be taken care of by this man. And that's so sad. That's normal. That's normal. It's I hate that even like for him, of course, I know now it becomes very hard to start changing your father. Yeah, but the fact that is so many stories across the board. Hata babangu angeachwa. I don't know where I would be right now. Kama tungeachwa na baba yetu when we were small, would have, I don't know. But like, yeah, he was not changing anything. He was not feeding babies, was not holding us to sleep, none of that. So I hear you. Like, it's not with society would really fall apart, and the home, which is where everything starts.
Yeah, which is why like when they came, the first thing is, if you want to finish a society, start by finishing off the women. Start by telling them they are weak. Start by telling them they are less than. Take away the power from them. Make them think they are less than. And that is how you will kill a society. Because kwanza kitu ya kwanza that they came with is the shame.
Yes.
Si kitambo our ancestors used to walk around too evil.
Yeah, titties everywhere.
Titties
like,
everywhere,
hey.
you know?
Yeah.
But then now they came and started saying, oh, your body is shameful. You have to cover up. Why is that? Do you know, as melanated people, you know, we get our energy from the sun.
Yeah.
We need the sun to kiss our bare skin so that we get, you know, vitamin D and whatnot.
Literally. Yeah.
So they started coming. Kwanza, shame is like one of the biggest confidence killer. And it goes into your wombs because... I'm just
she's feeling it, guys.
Because
it's in her heart.
So much. There's so much that goes into it. Because it goes beyond the physical. It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual. Because when the white man came and the Arabs came, it wasn't just physical slavery. They started with spiritual slavery, taking away our way of doing things, our connection to nature.
Yeah.
You know, our connection to the Most High. You know?
Yeah.
So they started with the spiritual slavery. Then it came to the mental slavery.
Right.
Like right now, so many Africans, our minds are enslaved. Unapata mtu anafikiria everything African is bad, everything white is good.
Yeah, lazima tuende America sisi wote to prosper. Yeah.
Yani you can't, mtu akipata pesa hivi hata hataki kununua local made clothes, anataka kununua
Gucci.
Ama
Gucci, I'm importing from nje. Yeah.
Tunajichukia, we are bleaching ourselves.
Yeah,
to look like the white man. We are relaxing our hair. Ndio ifanane, need to fit into Eurocentric standards. So
you're triggering people. Watu wa relaxed hair. Na kuangalia is like, mimi najipenda. Please, just read your history, please. We're not fighting anyone.
Plus even those chemicals are very carcinogenic. They cause all manner of illnesses.
Cancerous.
They're very cancerous. So
tell the people. Okay.
We could go deep into this. Tutaka hapa siku mzima.
And now these are the things you want people to know about. That's what it means for us to have a voice. It's to go back to the truth of who we are. And telling stories for you and just sharing what. So do you need to research, or does it all come from your heart?
Oh, definitely you have to research.
Yeah.
Because yes, in as much as there are things you know and intuitively feel, but you don't know everything. So even just by having conversations with people, you get to learn, okay, this is new information I didn't have.
Yeah.
So I like to just have conversations with different people, especially Pan-Africanists.
Yeah.
When you get to learn more and more about our history, like I remember when I learned about the Kandakes, those queens, I'm like, damn, these women are so powerful. Even how they were portrayed, they weren't portrayed as very lean and feminine looking. They're like strong women.
Like I can sit on you. Like literally when you're wanasemanga utakaliwa, they're like, sisi tutakukalia and you will die. We're not afraid. We're proud of it. It's not a shameful thing for a woman to be a ruler. I love that so much. So for you as somebody who recognizes that your voice is powerful, now there's so much women are doing on social media. And in the name of freedom of expression, there's a lot that's happening. Let me start with tap tap. Pale tap tap, tap tap. And let me tell you, I'm happy for everybody and how they're getting their coin. But is there a limit to how much we should be saying? Is there like a standard? Is there value systems that are, to guide us, particularly as people who now everybody's a creative since we have social media? I don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate. I like that we can express ourselves. But now speaking towards the responsibility we have of what we are putting out there, what are we influencing people to do? So you have your content creators, wasiwa tap tap. We have your content creators. They're not all influencers. What responsibility does an artist have to their audiences? Is there anything, whatever? I want to talk about bubblegum, that's game. I want to, just talk about, there's this lady, I forgot her name, honestly, for the life of me. And she first had sex with 100 men.
Oh, that one that was nining on. I saw that.
Yeah, and then she said the next one is 1,000. And she was interviewed by, I think I saw minimum 3 podcasts that interviewed her. And she was genuinely saying she's not okay. Like, those questions. And then so she was being asked, now you want to do 1,000. And you see that somebody with millions, thousands of followers on Instagram and on TikTok and on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And in she's a creator, she's a content creator. So that's just an example of like, imagine hata kama tumesema freedom, hata kama tumesema sex work. Hey guys, like where is there a limit and is there a responsibility to how creative we can be, especially when you have a platform?
Okay, first of all, Mimi, I'm not someone to police what people put out there.
Okay.
But of course, definitely, if you have a platform, you have responsibility. And it's up to you to ask yourself, like, he got your Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. That quote is, yeah.
So, ukiwa na that platform, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing with this platform? What is it for? And goals are different. For some people, they just want money and attention, and that's what they want, which is,
to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to see there's always someone who's gonna be influenced by you.
Yeah.
So is this the kind of content you want to put out? Is this what you would want maybe your younger kid to do?
Wanasemanga, I'm not a role model.
Wanasemanga, I'm not a role
yeah,
model.
You and your 1 million followers with mothers and their children and somebody's cousin and their uncle watching. Yeah, I'm not a role model. Raise your kids.
Which is also true, by the way. Two truths can coincide. They can coexist.
Yeah.
They can coexist. So, kuna hiyo nuance of, live and
your
let
best life.
live. No, live and let live.
Okay.
For me, that's like one of my biggest life mantras. Like, I live, let live.
Right.
You do your own thing as long as you're not harming anybody.
Okay.
But then now, for them, they're saying they're not a role model, which is true. And as a parent, you're the one who's responsible for raising your kid and letting them know, like, this isn't right. This isn't what you're supposed to do. But it comes down to moral principle.
Okay.
Wewe ujiangalie mwenyewe.
Yeah.
Because I am all for freedom of expression. Some things are not ideal because even doing that, it's kind of giving, actually not even kind of, it's playing into the misogyny and the patriarchy in the system.
Right.
This objectification
of women's
women
bodies,
and it's contributing to that. Kwanza, if we look really, really, really look into the sexual liberation movement,
yes,
it's great for women to be able to embrace themselves, embrace their bodies, be sensual, and be sexual.
Yeah.
But then when you really, really look at it, the biggest beneficiaries of this liberation are men.
Yeah.
Because as women, we are not designed to just, like, men can I say the word sex on this podcast?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
It's allowed.
It is allowed.
Yes. No, we can't talk about women's issues and not talk about sex. That would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. So, ukiangalia, for the longest time, men are the one who just want to have sex and go. So as women, you can pretend you are okay with casual sex. For some, it works.
Yeah.
for many, they are pretending it works.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
Yeah.
The men are the ones who benefit because they don't have to commit.
Yeah, and they can turn off. There's a way their brains are set up, honestly speaking, because biologically we're different.
Yeah, we're very different.
Men, even the ones that love you, will literally switch off. And they'll come back and tell you, imagine you're the one I love. That one I was just sleeping with them. And it's for them, it's trash, but it's true. They are able to compartmentalize and become this horrible person who cheats on you, yet comes and loves on you in the house and is hoeing around in the streets. And then you are rotation. John on Monday, Ndego on Tuesday, Omolo on Wednesday. Why are you asking Omolo why he's not responding to your texts? I thought it was casual.
Why?
Like, we're failing. Ladies, those of you that share your story, you're failing. You're not doing well at this thing that you want. So that's true.
Yeah, so the biggest beneficiaries are just men. Because then they're like, I don't have to commit to this shawty. You women, continue being liberated. You know? So I think upon that you have to ask yourself as a woman, what do I want? What kind of connection am I seeking? Because yes, kuna for those ones who casual works. Yeah. You know? Yeah. No judgment here. Yeah. But for most people, they're just pretending.
Generally, it's not seeming, it's not working for us.
Yeah. And also, this thing is also, you look at it where women want to act like men.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are women for a reason.
Yeah, we're not the same.
You want to photocopy these people.
Guy, the scum of the earth. Gosh.
You want to be cancelled?
Sorry.
Cancel her, guys. Cancel her.
No, don't cancel me.
But okay, so speaking of liberation, Sasa, you as a poet, you're like, no, I have poetic license. I'm gonna change my name. So now you're not just Wairimo.
Yes.
Now you are A.amari.
Yes.
What is the reason?
I've actually been wanting to rebrand for a couple of months.
Okay.
I think when I chose just Wairimo, like I'd mentioned earlier, it was because I didn't want people to call me Sijui Wairish. Oh, Nimo. Oh, that English name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was just Wairimo.
Right.
But then, over time, when you look at it, just the name just has a different connotation.
Okay.
You know, of it's just this person.
Yeah. It's taking away.
Yeah,
it could be more, but
yeah. So it's kind of taking away the power from me.
Okay.
And it felt like I was just.
Yeah. You want to be the greater version of yourself. Yeah. You're like, you don't want to be just anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to be just this person, just this poet, just whatever. So I felt like I have outgrown that. And yeah, I found the name A.amari and I'm like,
so
I like it.
You liked it because of how it sounds? The meaning? All of the above?
So the meaning in Yoruba is strength.
Ooh,
courage.
I love that.
And in Hebrew, it's goddess, immortal. And also, it's the shuffling, like my name.
Okay.
Like, if you take Wairimo,
okay.
You have A.amari. It has letters of my name.
Wow.
So that really resonated with me. So
I like that.
Yeah, new beginnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just felt I had outgrown just Mr. Kikuchi for 10.
Look at Mechoka. It's allowed. Yeah, and I love artists. They just go shop for a new name, like an outfit. You're like, I need a new t-shirt. Like, new name. And I like that. I like that about, how much we give ourselves the right to change, the right to express. And essentially, if the freedom of expression and creative expression does not give us that, then it's useless. It's useless, if we're just shackled. So what's next? What are we looking forward to? Because you're gonna give us a piece before we are done, but what are we to expect from you now? Because new name, what's it coming with? Butwambi, excite us.
Oh my god, it is coming with such amazing things.
Okay.
Sasa sitaki kuwapea nini spoilers.
Okay, you don't want to give us spoilers.
Social media and
tell us your socials.
New things that are coming. You can follow me on A.amari Speaks, A.amari _ speaks.
Okay.
I think everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Na Facebook utabadilisha?
Yes, Facebook. Oh yeah.
Alikuwa amesahau Facebook.
Siingiangi Facebook.
Guys, she's just your country people wanakujua as why Rimo is on. Yeah, please. I was like, why? Okay, cool. And what's your favorite thing about being a poet, being a writer?
There's so many things. I think I love that I can express myself and embody so many personas.
Okay.
So through my writing, I can be anything I want to be. I can be a tree, I can be a stone, I can be a dictator, I can be a lover, I can be a hater.
Yeah.
I can be anything I want to be through my writing.
Yeah.
And also, this is something I normally say, I think artists have an extra sprinkling, an extra touch of the divine.
Yeah, it's true, guys. It's true. I'm sorry. Nyinyi mko boring.
Yeah.
Boo.
Sisi ndio tumeguzwa na Mungu.
Right? Extra sprinkle,
we have
sprinkle.
extra sprinkles.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know, I just find art to be a very divine thing, very spiritual.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how we lead revolutions.
Yeah.
We spark change
Yeah.
through art.
Yeah.
And it brings the source, the happiness to life, you know. When you're
Music.
feeling sad, you go listen to a sad song.
Yeah, you read something, you watch a movie.
Unakuwa inspired.
Yeah, by the way,
you
life
know?
would be boring without art.
Very, very boring.
Art without art is just Yeah.
And it's a shame that Kwanza, I saw this poster somewhere where the scientist is never told to give up his love for science or the our physics
physicians.
yeah
Physicists.
Yes, he's not told to
Physicists.
give up his love for physics.
Yeah.
The banker is not told to give up his love for
Our
mathematics. Okay, now money. But why are artists told to give up their art?
Yeah.
To pursue more stable,
Noble.
stable and serious.
Leave us alone. Let us
Careers.
starve with our art. We're
I
making money from
I
it.
refuse to starve.
Yeah, we're making. That was the next. The next point is that my art pays me. I said I want to speak for a living, and my art pays me. That's that.
So that's we need, because the society, and it's intentional how it's been designed, because people know how art sparks change.
Right. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. So that's why wanasema it is not serious. Kama wewe mtoto kwa shule unaambiwa uende fanya medicine, unataka kuwa msanii.
Yeah, mimi nimeambiwa nifanye law. Yeah, I would have been talking, but so many books to read, guys, and your books are not funny. These vitabu za lawyers are not funny. My sister is like that. I'm sorry, you guys are. I don't want your life. I respect you and love you.
Yeah.
Stacky.
Yeah, but we always do that, man.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's really sad. Like, why do we have to, give up what our souls like? When you're given this gift, Mimi, when I'm not creating, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Because you're given this gift for a reason. Like, you have to share it.
Right.
It was put in you for a reason.
To come out.
Yes, there's someone somewhere who needs to hear your words. Because you may think, oh, I need a very big platform. I need to have millions of followers like, Beyonce or Rihanna. But even if it's just one person who reads or interacts with your music, your poetry, your drawing.
Yes.
That there's one person somewhere who needs to see that.
That's true.
Who needs to interact with your art. Your work heals people. So even if it's just your friend or ni mtu mmoja tu, watu wawili tu ndio wanajua, wanakuona in this particular moment.
Yes.
Because you don't have to have a very big platform to create change. Change is not, world domination, whatever.
Yeah.
Change could be something as simple as making someone smile today. Having a conversation with someone, and then you give them a new perspective on things.
Yeah.
And then huyo mtu ataenda afikirie, and then aambie watu wengine, and then you just create, butterfly effect.
A small ripple in your little corner of the world.
And that's how you create change. It doesn't have to be very big.
Wow. And speaking of creating, Tupac Hito, give us something creative, something poetic, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'll do this piece. I wrote it recently to celebrate International Women's Day.
Ooh.
So, iko na title. What titles? Ngumu kidogo
We'll decide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I decide uko mbele?
Yeah.
So here it goes. Today I asked Mama Earth, what does it mean to be a woman? Do I sit still and be pretty, then stand in the kitchen cooking meals? Do I shrink myself for approval just to live a life that's not mine at all? This is what she said to me. Shh. Be quiet, child. Now close your eyes and place your hand on your chest. Can you feel it? Can you feel your heart beating? Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Do you hear the blood of your ancestors roaring in your veins, bringing the song of life to each and every one of your cells? Child, can you feel it? Can you feel your lungs filling up with air, the touch of breath from the Most High reminding you that you are here and you are alive? Child, place your hand on your womb and listen. Listen to her, for she holds the secrets of the universe. The womb that they taught you to hate is the source of all your power. It is the source of your aura, your confidence, and everything that you have. Child, listen to your womb, for she is your guide. She is the one that nudges you towards your soul's purpose. Child, open your eyes and look around you. Do you see what I see? I see beautiful black women. Some are tall, some are short, some slim, curvy, artsy, corporate baddies. Some are quiet, some are loud. Some like to stand on a stage and woo a crowd, while others like to observe from the background. So tell me, why would you want to put them all into a single box? Child, why would you want to put these amazing women into a single box? Child, look up at the sky and see how vast and magnificent it is. And remember, as above, so below. Think of the ocean, its depth, its magnificence. And do you not know that you're not just a drop in the ocean, but the whole ocean in a single drop? Child, you are the calm. You are the storm. You are the sun on a hot summer's day and the moon on a cold, dark night. Child, you are brave. You are magnificent. You are everything, everywhere, all at once. You are the future, the past, and the present, just like your mothers and grandmothers before you. So, child, get out of that tiny little box and burn it. You can be anything you want to be. You can be an artist or a corporate baddie, child free, or a mom of 3. You can wear whatever you want to. A suit and tie, or that sexy little black dress you hide at the back of your closet. Child, you can love whoever you want to. It doesn't matter who they are. So, child, you can be as radical and unconventional as they come. And you know what? The world will have to adjust. That's how powerful you are. And that's what it means to be a woman.
Wow. I feel like that is so claps. Guys, for those people that don't know, poetry kikubamba, spoken word, we do soul claps. I know people clap, but like I'm so much of a poet, and I've been in like, poetry spaces where I'm like, soul clap, and then when people are appreciating katikati when you clap, and I'm like, you want me to forget my lines? I'm here trying to like, don't kill my shine. Yeah. That was beautiful. And guys, that is A.amari. All right. You said it means
goddess, immortal,
strength, courage. So just all the things. That's what I'm calling it. It's all the things. Thank you so much. So Mimi, I'm going to dust off my poetry books my notebooks, in my whatever. Juu nasikianga waka royo, like why are you like this? I'm so inspired, and that's something I love about being around artists, and something about art. For anyone who's wondering why we're not engineers, because we're brilliant. We just chose not to. Because art it serves so easily and so obviously.
Like it's for you to share.
Yeah. It's a very unselfish art, if you ask me. Like art is an unselfish art. Okay.
It's a selfless art.
It's a selfless art. Yeah. It's very for other people. So even if you're telling your stories, it's going to serve someone, and you're sure. So if you have art on the inside of you, please let it out. Please talk to the people about, just the girlies who want to get into the poetry space, writing space, whatever it is that they want to create. Just tell them something.
My people, create.
Just do it.
Just do it and put yourself out there. Especially for women, because you're always told, like, be quiet, shut up. You have to be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
Your voice matters.
Scream.
And the awakening starts with us.
Yeah.
The awakening starts with women. So you as a woman, your voice is so powerful, more powerful than you can ever imagine. So speak, create, put your work out there. And, of course, not everybody is going to like your work.
True.
So you can't expect everybody.
Kubali too.
Yeah. But wakuna utapata, you will find your crowd.
Yeah.
You will find your community.
Yeah. Even Hitler had supporters, surely. Yeah.
Kila mtu akona watu wake.
Yeah.
So don't expect everybody to like your work, but just know and trust that you will find your people. So you just create.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Be bold, be brave, take up space.
Right.
Take up space. Take up a lot of space.
I love that. I have nothing to add. Ladies, we are taking up space. Gents, Pia, please take up space, but not here too. Please stay in your corners. All right. And that has been a good 2 hours of our Sheversations today. Yeah, just beautiful things. Today has been all about art and appreciating the different things that women, are doing. Uku Kenya, and just how you can be inspired to do the same. Cindy, also, thank you so much. Thank you so much, A.amari, for having this Sheversation with us. And you should come back on, share more pieces, more things. We'll just have another conversation.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, guys. So the time is 1. It is 1 p.m. Masayetu imeisha, bando zenu, whatever you paid, imeisha hapa. So I'm going to see you guys on a Friday, and I'm going to leave you with a lovely Aja. My name is Caroline Murote. A.amari _ speaks everywhere. Send you. A.amari _ speaks kila mahali. So look out for her, and then just say hi. Tell her that, she makes beautiful art, and just support her art already. I'm going to see you guys on Friday. This has been it.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Sheversations on the beat. Okay, you remind me when the sun shines, better utilize it. Do me spend time for long, trying to visualize it. Killing me, just fantasizing. Every little thing, every single time your eyes and I meet. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because tango kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friend zone lini. Unaogopa nini? Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to catch you. Usiku wa manane, unaweza come to banane. Yeah, be my baby, bestie, let's go crazy. We are amazing. Let's start with the basics. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because before. I promise.